E-Flite is constantly advancing electric flight. Whether it's model design, power systems, or accessories, E-Flite is out front when it comes to innovations in them all. E-Flite's latest advance is CarbonZ, a new composite construction method that, as you're about to see, is going to take electric aircraft performance to a whole new level. At the center of CarbonZ development is E-Flite product developer and world champion aerobatic pilot Quique Somenzini. We were able to ask Quique a few questions about CarbonZ and what it means for the future of electric flight. The first question we asked Quique is, what is CarbonZ?
The CarbonZ is a new product. It's a new concept that we are introducing to the market, which honestly I'm very excited about this product. It starts from an idea that it just came to my mind, and we'll go a little bit deeper on that. But it was trying to find a combination of material that it will keep the airplane as rigid, as light, and as strong as a balsa or plywood traditional airframe. The combination of the carbon fiber, the plywood, we have plywood also in the wings, and the seafoam as the outer skin, it gave me the right answer.
What was the inspiration for CarbonZ?
The main inspiration has been trying to get the foam to the next step. But how can we do it? How can I do it? So it's not been easy. It's been a good challenge, and it's been in my mind for a long time, mainly observing all the foam airplanes performing so well, but always seeing some limitations in the meaning of, how big can I go? How fast can I go? How strong, how tight can I make that turn? How precise can I be? So they're all great, but when you're going for extreme performance, you start seeing some barriers, some limitations. So how can we cross those? How can we bring those barriers down? So that was mainly the inspiration of the CarbonZ. Then, the idea itself of mixing the carbon, I've been doing model airplanes for more than 30 years, so working with carbon a lot and trying to mix a little bit the concept and structure concept of what the traditional balsa rib style wings will do, will work. Pretty much the same concept was used here. And thank you to the support of Horizon and E-Flite. With all this team together, we came up with a really good answer, I believe.
How was CarbonZ used in the construction of the Yak-54?
The wings basically are two half. Each panel is divided in two halves. We have the top and we have the bottom side. The top and the bottom side, they have basically forming ribs. So we have base and ribs, and they're deep enough to leave a really thin wall, about 6 millimeters, which is a 1/4 inch wall. And the main purposes of this hole is to save weight. Then we apply, we have two, I call blades, which are front spar and the rear spar that are made on plywood. And then we apply in the socket for the wing tube. The socket is also made in carbon fiber. In top and bottom of this socket, we have a rod, of a carbon fiber rod, which basically these three elements with the foam in the middle, it makes the center spar, or the main spar of the wing. An important element here in this design is the hinges. The hinges is, we call carbon fiber hinges. Actually, it's a carbon fiber rod, and it's using some plastics hinge blades that I designed, and mainly what they do is just reduce the friction, so a total freedom for the surfaces. it translates in a really nice, precise feeling. At the same time, it gives an outstanding way to repair the airplane. Very, very easy. Just one screw out. So the overall, what can I say about the CarbonZ in the performance flight? It just is awesome.
How does CarbonZ benefit flight performance?
The main thing we need to keep in mind here is I'm not trying here to say, you know, we have something that is better than the balsa, better than the composite. This is another option. And to me, it's a very good option that we have. So what it gives us, the CarbonZ, is a true good mix of a lightweight, very good strength, and very good rigidity. All these three elements, it reflects in flight. I've been flying this airplane and going really extreme with the airplane in all aspects, and testing, you know, how precise can fly, how smooth can fly, how hard can fly, how bad can I treat the airplane, and trying to find where the limits are. And for my good surprise, the limits are more than what I was expected, to be honest, but the limits are up there with the balsa, if not better. To better describe how this airplane flies is, or the CarbonZ technology feels when you fly. I have a friend of mine that flew the airplane. As soon as he lands, he says, "This is the closest I feel to flying a composite airplane." So, and I took that as a really good comment, because we're talking a really expensive kind of product. And we have here, you know, much less expensive product, and we are accomplishing something like that. All the crisping maneuvers, snap rolls are there, and it makes the plane tracks, and it keeps his position in the air very, very good, and that's pretty much the summary of, you know, what the CarbonZ will do.
What are some of the other advantages of CarbonZ?
Keep in mind the foam is molded. So what it gives you that is a lot of consistency in the manufacturing. So every single airplane is going to be pretty close to each other. That's a very important, I would say that's a very important thing to have, because in a more traditional structure, there is more labor involved, and of course more potential of difference. So at the same time, because it's molded, allows you to give a better, a more detailed finish, more scale finish. And the other thing is very important is the maintenance of the airplane. It's a very, very low maintenance compared to film. For example, I'm not saying the film is bad here. I'm just comparing the two and what I experienced with this airplane, flying, you know, already for a long time, and taking to the sun, putting back in the car, put in your room, different temperatures, never touch it. So that's, to me, in my mind, that's a nice plus. They give you also a good way to repair the airplane, do minor repairs, not using any external film, so basically you just glue and put the parts together, and you can be in the air pretty fast. Actually, at the same feel, at the same feel. And you have a minor crash. I'm flying a CarbonZ. I have a bottle of glue it up in the air. If I have a film, crash it, I gotta go home, put some film, work a few hours to come back maybe next day. I don't know if you're flying exactly the same. So I think that's the overall meaning here is have fun, have a good time, no troubles, and minimize work. I think all that is kind of resume, you know, of what this airplane, the CarbonZ is.
Just how strong is CarbonZ?
You know, everything is new. You want to see where the limits are, especially, you know, with the excitement I have about the product. I want to make sure that my excitement it match with reality. because I can be very excited, but so let's go and test it. And that's what we did. Put the wing in, the root and the tip, blocks, and then we start first with a hand test, of course, and see how much it flexes. My experience right away told me this thing is pretty strong. That's what I say. So start right away with 35 pounds. Got a weight put in the middle of the wing. And when you're doing that, you're putting a lot of weight. Remember, airplane moves in the air. We're doing only one half panel and all the weight concentrating one single point. So already 35 pounds is already a super extreme test. So just for the fun, we say, okay, how much more can we go? The only thing we have around was 45 pounds, similar weight shape. Put the 45 pounds on the wing, and the wing still handling pretty good. Keep it there for a few seconds. Took the weight out. Look the wing trailing edge, and it was pretty straight. So we didn't go further. That's what we have here, 45 pounds. But as I say before, it's an extreme test, and probably other things will fail before that happens.
What role will CarbonZ play in the future of electric flight?
The CarbonZ, put in this way, is another option out there in the market. We're bringing a new idea, a fresh new idea of trying to get the best combination when you put everything in the scale, cost, performance, meaning flight performance, meaning looks, meaning weight. I feel and we feel we have a really good option. Balsa is a very good option. It's another option, as well the composite airplanes, as well the foam airplanes, seafoam airplanes. So time will tell, what's the best direction to go. This is something new we're bringing, which I'm totally excited about this. And hopefully in the future will be one of the best options.
For more about the innovative products and technology from eFlight, visit eflightrc.com.